Number third, unit number third is spectroscopy. Whatever the chemicals, the materials, any of different materials, whether inorganic materials, organic compound containing materials, whatever different polymers, whatever different medicines, all those, even the technologically materials concerned with the different technological aspects, whether the concern may be of any of the engineering work, the mechanical, the civil work, electrical, electrical engineering, electrical technologies, whatever concern about the batteries, so batteries composition, how we can analyze the battery composition on the different, whatever the anodes and cathodes. So what material is there and how we can change the material with the help of analyze the certain materials and then do the experiment for that purpose. For example, if suppose we are taking the anode of any of the battery and that can be changed to get the further electrical functions, electrical different functions, whatever the charging period, whatever the life of that particular battery. So this is one of the example. So first of all, we have to analyze the electrodes used in the battery, and further we have to modify them. Okay, so with the help of different analytical techniques, very well-known techniques are, we have already discussed in the chemistry lab, where the qualitative analysis, different cations and different anions can be analyzed with the help of qualitative analysis, and that is the manual one. Manual means with the help of the uh, with the help of the chemicals. So that can be, we have to see the when manual analysis means use of chemicals. For example, carbonate, qualitative analysis, and we have to add carbonate containing compound. For example, limestone. So limestone, calcium carbonate. So that particular carbonate is present in that calcium uh, carbonate is present in limestone. So we can analyze the simple qualitative analysis. The calcium plus 2 is the cation, and carbonate simply, if we add dilute sulfuric acid to the limestone, that is of calcium carbonate. So definitely we can get the carbonate analysis with the help of chemicals. Okay. So all of you are well known about the marble. So marble is of which compound? So definitely that is also the compound calcium carbonate. Major constituent is the calcium carbonate. So carbonate can be analyzed with the help of the qualitative analysis. Simply method. Similarly, sulfates. So similarly, many others, the chlorides and bromide, that can be analyzed qualitatively. Another is the qualitative, quantitative. How much amount of that particular is present. For example, if we have the brass sample, if we have the different alloys. For example, another may be the stainless steel. So stainless steel, here the iron plus other elements, iron and its alloys, alloying with other elements, silicon, one thing, there may be other, maybe the molybdenum, the tungsten, silicon, carbon, those are the plain carbon, different types of steels are there. So definitely we want to find out the percentage of iron. So how much amount of iron is present in the given alloy. So that one is the quantitative analysis. So quality and quantity. Chemical analysis, any of the material. Because all over the world, we have to see all things are made up of the any of the chemical. If we want the earth composition, if we want the Mars sand, we can measure the sand from the Mars planet, and definitely that can be analyzed with the help of whatever the manual system, any of the whatever the celestial objects we have. So all these and different minerals we have, the naturally minerals are with present. So definitely we can analyze that particular material. Whatever the case in the COVID-19, that is the PCR test. So that is also the test. So that analysis, chemical analysis, which type of that particular virus is present in that sample. That sample can be easily analyzed. So here the question is there, manual, and then we have some automation or semi-automation. Semi-automation, use of the equipment. pH can be measured with the help of pH paper. pH of water, pH of acid, pH of bases, and pH of any solution. Whatever all of you have well known about the different types of creams, different types of soaps, different types of very useful items we are using. The fragrances, we are using that. So the question is there, how we can analyze the pH value of that particular material. pH of cream, that can be measured with the help of easily the what we have, the which one, the litmus paper. So it is easily we can get the information about the whether the lemon juice we can put the filter paper or litmus paper, and then we can identify that whether that particular lemon is acidic or basic. So that is the manual with the hand. So we dip the litmus paper, okay, and litmus paper into the solution. Acidic solution, the color, red condition will be there. If suppose urine is there, blood is there, so we can measure the pH value of urine and blood easily with the help of the filter paper. But that will took lots of time. So that particular the technology is changed and huge of certain instruments. And what about those particular instruments? pH meter is there, so we can easily measure the pH value of a different solution. Now, total dissolved solids present in water. That is with the help of the equipment. So, what we have to see whether total dissolved solid present in water can be measured the conventionally by handful. Handful means with the hand. So we have to dry that particular water. So weight difference, weight of water without evaporation. After evaporation, we get the solid. So total dissolved solid can be measured with a long process. First of all, we take the weight of water, and later on that will be the dry. So difference of weight, then we can get the total dissolved solid. So dissolve, what are, that will be total solids on total. So this one is the manual one. One more thing is there. If suppose we have the alcohol, whatever that, methyl alcohol, alcoholic group is there in organic compounds, CH3OH, CH3CH2OH, CH3CH2, CH2OH. Then one more thing is there, all of you have well known about the isomer of alcohol. Anyone have the idea about the isomer of alcohol? Yes? Isomers of alcohol. Anyone? Yes? Isomers. What is the meaning of the isomers? So anyone have the idea about the isomer of alcohol, you know about the ethers? Yes? Isomers of alcohol is ether, and ethers are very flammable, inflammable, highly inflammable. So they catch the fire easily. However, alcohol also catch the fire. So how we can determine whether that is the uh, alcohol or ether? Which group is there? Anyone have the idea about the ether group?
सर
Ether.
फ्रेग्रेंस आती है इतर में से.
नहीं, कौन सा उसमें बॉन्डिंग किस तरह से होगी? फॉर एग्जाम्पल इथाइल अल्कोहल C2H5OH. This is well known and this is used medically, whatever that. And one more is the CH3CH2OH. So here the functional group is oxygen, single bond, carbon, and then another bonding with hydrogen. That is the oxygen in between the hydrogen and carbon. This is the alcohol. What about the ethers? Anyone?
सर ROR.
Okay.
दोनों तरफ अल्कोहल वो इथाइल ग्रुप होते हैं, एल्काइल.
So oxygen is between two carbon.
Yes, sir.
Oxygen in
Yes, sir.
between one carbon and one hydrogen. One thing.
Two
Oxygen
carbon.
is in another case. Oxygen is in between the carbon. So CH3, oxygen, CH3. So this one is the dimethyl ether. यहाँ oxygen, okay, functional group that is present in between two carbon atoms. And in case of CH3CH2OH, where the oxygen is in between the carbon, CH2 carbon, and the last one is hydrogen. So that is the hydroxy group. And in case of the ether, there oxygen is in between. So how we can say that particular, we can differentiate between both? Anyone have the idea? Then we have to use the advanced technology, and that is spectroscopic method. So with the spectroscopic method, we can more facile towards the chemical analysis. Earlier, we are discussing about whatever the thing. Earlier, we are discussing about the manual method, manual automation. All of you are well known about. If suppose we are measuring the temperature of body, then we are using the Higgs thermometer. That is the of mercury temperature, mercury thermometer. But that is more facile. Then, that can be more automation. And with the automation, then we are using the infrared radiation, and that is the thermal scanning of the body. So that was useful. Whatever so the measurement of temperature, analysis of temperature of a human body with the help of the medical thermometer, that is the mercury thermometer, that is the whatever the company itself is the Higgs thermometer, where mercury is there, one thing, and that particular is changed into the digital technology. So what happened in case of the digital? We get the digits in number 98.6 degree Fahrenheit in the digit. Okay, that is also okay. But in that particular case, that thermometer is also must be attached to the body part. But in case of the thermal scanner, whatever the name is given, but actually what is that? Infrared thermometer, thermal scanner, and that gives us the body temperature. So that thermal scanner with there is distance between the scanner we get. So that is the what we have analysis. All of you are well known about the earlier the medical diagnosis with the help of pulse rate, and that was measured. Now someone also see that whether any have the fever, that can be with the help of the skin touch. So this is that is the manual. So similarly here the chemical analysis, the carbonate analysis, the qualitative, then the quantitative, percentage of iron in given stainless steel. In given plain carbon steel, different types of steel, the percentage of iron 98.5%, 94.5%. So that will be. So definitely with the help of chemical analysis, those are useful for the different technology. So here the spectroscopy, when we have to discuss about the spectroscopy phenomena, and this one is the study of interaction between radiation and matter. What we are earlier discussing. Use of the chemical. Okay, qualitative and quantitative. But here only with the help of the radiation. Different technologies are developed, different equipments are developed. So here the function of the wavelength. Wavelength, all of you are well known about that. We have already discussed the energy E is equal to hc upon lambda. Lambda itself is the wavelength. Interaction with particle radiation or response of a material to an alternating field, or we have to vary the frequency. This one is also related. Energy is equal to h nu. Nu stand for the frequency. Here also see the wave number also we are also discussing that will be. So spectrum, whatever that, the range of function of the wavelength, or more commonly frequency is referred, and then spectrometry. Spectrograph, we can get the result with the help of certain the diagram that will be later on. So now there is the classification of different methods. One, the type of spectroscopy that depends on the physical quantity measured. Physical quantity. What we have, let's suppose there is very minute amount of the quantity. For example, in the part per million, that is the 10 raised to power minus 6. So if very small, in case of the gram, 0.001 gram, the pesticide, okay, present in water, so that is 0.01 parts per million. So very minute. Normally the quantities that is measured, it is an intensity either of energy absorbed or produced. One more thing is there. Either energy is taken or released. So that is the produce. So most spectroscopic methods are of atomic and molecular based, whether not they apply to atoms or molecules. Along with the distinction, they can be classified on the nature of their interaction. Absorption, absorption, and then the emission. All of you are well known about the name of one of the Nobel laureate from India in physics. Give the name. Nobel laureate from India in physics. Who is there? Yes? Nobel Prize winner in physics from India. Anyone?
C.V. Raman.
Anyone? Very good. Very good. So that is the base, something base of the spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy. That is 1930, more and more, about 80, how many? 90 years ago. He gives the concept of, and that is, so we have the absorption, emission, and scattering. Scattered means the radiation is scattered. Radiation, electromagnetic radiation, whatever the different radiations, ultraviolet radiation, the visible radiation, the infrared radiation, the microwave radiation, different radiation, X-ray radiation, different radiations are either absorbed. So that is the absorption spectroscopy. Okay, and emitted, that is the emission spectroscopy. Third one, the Raman gives the Raman spectroscopy, that is also related with the infrared. So that is scattering of the particles, scattering of molecules. So atom molecule. All of you are well known about the findings of the Bohr, and the hydrogen spectrum was obtained, and already all of you have well known about the visible radiation, then the VIBGYOR, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red, and the range, the wavelength in nanometer, the 450 to likely 760 nanometer. So that is the VIBGYOR. So VIBGYOR itself is the visible, and here the ultraviolet. So ultraviolet spectroscopy, okay, that relates with the radiation of the UV radiation. Visible spectroscopy, rays from the visible radiation. Infrared spectroscopy, that is with the infrared. Here the Raman spectroscopy is also. So both infrared and Raman spectroscopy, that can be with the help of the scattered molecule. How this can be, all of you are well known about the collision of the particles. How they collide with each other. There is the scattering phenomena also there. Okay, so there are we have the three different types. Now, later, the fluorescence spectroscopy already discussed, X-ray spectroscopy and crystallography. X-ray. With the help of X-ray spectroscopy, we have already discussed about the fluorescence spectroscopy, that is the fluoresce, luminous means something radiation come out. The radiation is absorbed. So in case of the tube light, the mercury radiation, mercury gives ultraviolet radiation, and that ultraviolet radiation is fluoresce, means that UV radiation is fluoresce into the visible radiation. That's why we get the tube light. So all of you are well known about the tube light, what are the LED. So those are the invisible lights. So in case of the fluorescence spectroscopy, we can study from the whatever the first of all the radiation is produced from the sources, and that radiation when passes through the material, passes through the boundary wall, the white coating of tube light, and then with the passing the white coating in tube light, and that fluoresce the radiation. Why? 250 nanometer, that is the ultraviolet radiation, is produced by the mercury inside the tube light. So first of all, this one. So mercury is present in tube light. Anyone have the idea about that? Mercury is present in tube light? Yes? Mercury vapor lamp, you all of you are well known about that. Mercury bulb. Mercury bulb. Yes. So the thing is there is the fluorescence spectroscopy that relates that we have first of all the source will be, and that source will be fluoresce with the material. So this we can analyze that particular. So whatever the X-ray spectroscopy, with this help we can get the crystals, crystallography, then flame spectroscopy, the atomic emission spectroscopy. Here atoms are used, so we can get the information from the metals, whether lead can be measured, whether cadmium can be measured, atomic absorption spectrometer, and both three relates with the atom. Sodium, flame photometer, with the help of the flame photometer, we can measure the sodium present in water. So that is atoms related. We get the material compounds may be in the form of atoms. Sodium cation is present in water. Sodium is present in sodium chloride. Potassium chloride, the potassium cation is present in KCl. So that can be measured with the help of flame photometer, atom. Then we have another is the plasma emission, that is also spark or arc, then UV and visible spectrometry. This one, UV visible spectroscopy, is also concerned with the electronic spectroscopy. Here, the electrons from the ground, the excited, we have already discussed about one more thing, and that is the bonding electron, the non-bonding electron, anti-bonding. All of you are well known about the molecular orbital theory, and here UV visible. Then one more is the infrared, that relates with the infrared Raman spectroscopy, also nuclear magnetic resonance spectro, photothermal, thermal infrared spectroscopy. Last, second last. So that is the related with the scanner, thermal scanner. What we are using present pandemic situation, thermal scanner, the thermal infrared spectrometry. So yes, this is the spectroscopy method. So here, the first of all, different electromagnetic source. What is that particular source? Whether that is the ultraviolet, whether that is the infrared, whether that is the source visible radiation, whether all of you well known about the X-ray. Anyone have experience about the X-ray of bones? Anyone? So what will be the source? Anyone? एक्सरे जब अपन करवाते हैं तो उसमें एक्सरे सोर्स होगा, एक्सरे रेडिएशन, एंड दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया इज प्रोहिबिटेड. आई थिंक no one is allowed to go inside that cabin or where x-ray machine is there. Yes, yes, anyone have the idea about the x-ray? What happened? अभी किसी ने एक्सरे करवाया अभी?
हाँ सर, करवाया हूँ
बोन्स का. सो वेयर इज द सोर्स ऑफ एक्सरे? वेयर मशीन में कहाँ सोर्स होता है? एंड दैट पर्टिकुलर एरिया जो होगा दैट इज प्रोटेक्टेड. उसमें बाहर लिखा रहता है प्रोहिबिटेड. तो नो वन एनी अदर इज गो इनसाइड द रूम. व्हाई?
उसका रे सर कुछ तरीके.
Very good, very good. That is the EMR, that is electromagnetic radiation. So here the fundamental is energy is inversely proportionate with the wavelength. So energy is very high, then the wavelength will be very little as compared with the ultraviolet and visible. Ultraviolet और visible में क्या wavelength होती है? Anyone?
विजिबल में सर 10⁻⁷ होता है.
No, if suppose we are using the unit nanometer, 10⁻⁹ नैनोमीटर अगर अपन लेते हैं. हाउएवर बोर के टाइम पे एंगस्ट्रॉम थी, एंगस्ट्रॉम वी आर यूजिंग 10⁻⁻10 मीटर, और इन केस ऑफ द नैनोमीटर 10⁻⁹. So the source from where the radiation come out, that radiation is either absorbed, either emitted, and either scattered, and that radiation. So the source. तो आप लोगों ने भी जैसे कि X-ray you have anyone used the X-ray for the bone purpose, whatever that earlier in case of the lungs X-ray was used. X-ray, all of you are well known about it, very toxic, because that radiation, the fundamentally energy of X-ray radiation is more and more, much more, and that can damage the body part. But because of the medical science, the health purposes, the X-ray is scanned because of the some disease inside the body. Earlier, the X-ray was used for the tuberculosis patient, and where the X-ray was is there to get the information about the lungs. Similarly, get the information about the bone. But that is so similar to that. There is also one of the source of X-ray. So similarly, there are one thing in the given diagram, the source of radiation. So source of radiation is which one? If suppose we have the tube light, if suppose we have the simple bulb, the simple bulb will be produced visible and infrared radiation. So first of all, we have to, all of you have to see the diagram here, the source, and then the sample. These radiations are then passed through the sample, then splitter, then detector, then processor, and lastly we get the printout. Anyone have the about the seen about the ECG? ECG की जो ग्राफ होता है वो have you seen? Electrocardiogram, ECG of heart. Anyone see? Huh? See the graph of ECG. Anyone know about the ECG? उसका ग्राफ देखा है आप लोगों ने कभी? Yes. So that graph, what is whatever in various hospitals that graph is shown. And if suppose the last movement of the patient, then what happened to graph? That is the spectrum. तो लास्ट में क्या होता है उसका ग्राफ का? अगर मान लो कोई
वो स्ट्रेट हो जाता है तो वो डेथ हो जाता है.
very good. So like that we get the spectrum. That is the spectrum. So we get the information. So here the source of electromagnetic radiation, spectroscopy, we have UV or ultraviolet radiation, if we have infrared radiation, if we have the source X-ray, so that will be the X-ray spectroscopy. So what happened? The source of radiation and then sample. I think in case of the human body is the sample, and then that the scanning of human body, and we get the information about the bones. So we get the X-ray of hand's finger with the help of X-ray. So surely that is the scanning. So similarly, the radiation passes through the chemical, passes through the solution. So that particular, for example, if nitrate is there, okay, nitrate, one of the toxic material, toxic anion, which is present in the water sample. So that particular nitrate can be analyzed with the help of visible spectroscopy. So what happened? Water sample is there, and the source of radiation is the visible radiation, and that visible radiation is further filters are given, and then rectification and specific wavelength are observed, and that specific wavelength are passed through the water sample. So definitely we get the what amount of nitrate is present in the water sample. So that is very easy. In case of the blood, whatever that, the UV and visible spectroscopy, we get the amount of the glucose present in blood. That is for the diabetes patient. So similarly, we get the information we get to analyze the particular, the quantitative analysis for this, not the qualitative, even qualitative also, but we can get the information about the quantitative analysis. So this is the basic fundamental, simple. Source, okay, electromagnetic radiation. Which one source? X-ray. Which one? Infrared source. Some crystals are there, specific infrared, and I think all of you are well known about the microwave. Yes, anyone have give the information about the telecommunication system? Yes, the spectrum. Anyone give the information about the telecommunication? So there also they give some spectrum from the microwave. So infrared, then we have the microwave. Similarly, in case of the radar, all of you know about the radars. Radar waves. So that is also the microwaves, radio waves. These are also the radiation. That is the spectrum what we have. So whole is the called the spectrum. So this is simple way. If suppose we want to analyze the fluoride, all of you are well known about the fluoride. What are the adverse effect of fluoride if in water? Anyone? Fluoride in water. क्या उसके नुकसान हो सकते हैं फ्लोराइड के अगर अपन फ्लोराइड का पानी पिएंगे? एनीवन? What are the adverse effect of fluoride present in the water? That relates.
Fluorosis,
Yes?
sir.
Yes?
Fluorosis.
Fluorosis. Very good. So, अगर suppose we want to analyze the fluoride amount, fluoride quantity in water sample, so whether if suppose we are using the chemicals, so for one sample, how much time we will? 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Okay. And with the help of UV visible spectroscopy, we can get instant information about the fluoride present in a water sample. And that is the more automatic. And all those information with the help of computation systems, those can be also क्या कर सकते हैं? स्टोर कर सकते हैं. Yes. Can see? Yes. This one. This is electronic spectroscopy, also the another name, and this is basically ultraviolet and visible spectrum. Okay, so with the help of equipment, most sophisticated equipment, we get lots of information. Whatever the blood sample, we can get the more and more chemical analysis of blood with the help of this UV and visible spectroscopy. Okay, so now I am giving certain certain. Anyone give the these are? Yes, anyone?
Sir, quick
Yes.
start हो गया, sir.
But here anyone can give the answer of this. आप करके आइए फिर. Later on we will discuss. Okay, start the quiz. These are the few questions which are already given in daily assignment. Here, wave number. Wave number is already the how many number of a student in a class. So one room. So here the 60 students are present in one room. So per centimeter waves are present. What we have 1 upon the number of waves present in 1 centimeter. So how we can calculate? If suppose we have nanometer wavelength, we are measuring the wavelength in the nanometer. 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. So in case of the visible radiation, the wavelength from roughly approximate 400 to 800. However, in case of the red, that is about 700 nanometer. In case of the violet, that is of the 450 nanometer. So 450 nanometer is the wavelength for blue. Visible में कौन सा? Blue. So 450, 1 upon 450 nanometer. 10 raised to power minus 9. Then certainly we get the information, and that is the per centimeter. This one is called visible radiation. So So we can calculate this 1 upon, so in case of the visible range, 400 to 800. Similarly, I have also given another question. This is the UV. So what about the range of the UV? This is electronic spectra. How we have already discussed about those, and various we get the information of the spectroscopy, spectrophotometer, also called spectrometry, spectroscopic analysis, spectroscopic. So here the when electronic spectra we get in the UV range, but that is UV wavelength. Here is the wave number. So there is difference between the, so you can calculate this easily. Okay, one more is there, the alkanes. Anyone have the idea about the alkanes? Carbon, single bond carbon, carbon double bond carbon, carbon triple bond. Which bond is there? And which bond will be there, and what type of hybridization will be there. So basic fundamentally the chemical bonding, you can get the information about those things, and definitely here the ultraviolet, the electronic transition. Electrons are moved from one ground state to excited state, whatever the molecular orbital theory that gives information, the bonding electrode, and then anti-bonding, and in between bonding and anti-bonding, the non-bonding. So the simple things are there. So how we can see that particular, and here in case of the sigma bond, so sigma bond, carbon carbon bond, that is in case of the alkane. So that will be in which range, in which radiation that will be obtained. So with the help of these, here the answer is the 150 nanometer. So here we are using the ultraviolet visible spectrophotometer. So in case of the ultraviolet visible spectrophotometer, so for any of the diagnostic, medical diagnostic center, the major thing is the any of the medical diagnostic, we get the information about the different chemicals in urine, different chemicals uh, in blood sample. So medical diagnostic center have one of the ultraviolet visible spectrophotometer is there. So with the help of that, they get the information about the chemical analysis, and they gives the information in the quantitative information. So now I am taking the attendance. Okay, you have to do the experiment, do the okay.